Should I follow price or should I follow costs? However, the two terms mean something different when it comes to accounting and finance statement, but it has a magnificent impact on company's profit. In this video, I'm going to show you the difference between both of them and how procurement can take the correct decision while using them. This is Shadi Al-Jaki and you are watching 80/20 series. Many websites, articles, videos explain very well price and cost definitions. But today, I will show you an example that will clear the difference between both of them. Imagine that we have a product X and our production target is to produce 30 pieces per month. Let's consider that we are selling all amount that we are produced from product X. To produce this product, we need a raw material Y. This raw material Y can be supplied from two suppliers, supplier A and supplier B. Supplier A is offering $1,000 per piece and supplier B is offering $700 per piece. If we use supplier A, we can reach to our target by producing 30 pieces of product X. But if we use supplier B, we only produce 22 pieces from product X. My question now, which supplier I should deal with, supplier A or supplier B? Sure, I will deal with supplier A because supplier A will let me to reach my target and produce 30 pieces of product X. Case closed. Very simple. No, hold on. Everything must be calculated before jumping to answer. Let's calculate and see if your answer is correct or no. To reach to the correct answer, you have to calculate the costs. If we neglect all other costs and we will calculate only the cost of purchasing raw material Y, even from supplier A or supplier B, and let's assume that if I'm going to use supplier A, I will consume 30 pieces of raw material Y. And if I'm going to use supplier B, I'm also going to consume 30 pieces of raw material Y. Now, let's calculate the total cost if I'm going to use supplier A. The cost will be 30 pieces of raw material Y by $1,000 will equal $30,000. So, the cost of using supplier A is $30,000 per month. Let's assume that product X will be sold by $10,000 per piece. So the total income will be 30 pieces of X by $10,000 will equal $300,000. Then the profit will be $300,000 minus $30,000 will equal $270,000. Now let's go to supplier B. The cost of using supplier B will be as follows. 30 pieces of raw material by $700 equal $21,000. But as I mentioned before, raw material from supplier B will let me only produce 22 pieces of product X. Then the income will be 22 by $10,000 equal $220,000. Then the profit will be $220,000 minus $21,000 will equal $199,000. So if we compare the profit from supplier A, $270,000, and the profit from supplier B, $199,000, then the profit from using supplier A is higher than supplier B. As I told you from the beginning, the answer is supplier A. Hold on. The answer is still not correct because we are not comparing apple to apple. The equations are very tricky. Let me explain. Maybe the supplier A will be better than the supplier B again, but let me calculate it correctly. To make the calculation or the comparison between supplier A and supplier B, you must make them in equal stage. How we could do that? As I mentioned in the example, that supplier A can let me produce 30 pieces of product X, but supplier B only let me produce 22 pieces of product X. So I need to know how many of raw material Y from supplier B will be consumed to reach to the same production of product X from supplier A, which is 30 pieces per month. The calculation says that we need 41 pieces from raw material Y using supplier P. How I calculate this? 30 pieces of raw material Y by 30 pieces of product X over 22 pieces of product X will equal approximately 41 pieces of raw material Y using supplier P. Then let's calculate again the cost of using supplier P to produce product X. The cost will be 41 pieces of raw material Y using supplier P by $700 will equal $28,636. So the profit using supplier B will be $300,000 minus $28,636 will equal $271,363. Surprise! Supplier B is better than supplier A. So it's not always high price means low costs. My message that I would like to deliver today is always study well and calculate before decide. Math never mistakes. Think smart to get massive results. This is 80-20 technique. Goodbye.